All right, everyone. I'm going to do an off-topic, out-of-box review. Let's see how this goes over. Zvezda KV2 Soviet heavy tank. I just like the look of this thing with this huge gun turret on top of that body. It just looks unbalanced. It looks funky. That's why I like it. Okay, let's open this box and see what's inside. Because, well, I don't do military model reviews. I have a few military kits, I won't lie. Not a lot, but a few. Okay? Ooh, look. Funny box. Open it up. We have directions. Directions seem to be in many pieces, which is interesting. It's a 1/35th scale tank. Okay? Now, the Terminator 2 model review was right before this one, so we will be able to see the difference between two types of tanks, a World War II tank and a futuristic idea tank. We have a sprue layout here. I love sprue layouts, so I know where everything is. They're labeled very clearly, too, with letters. Okay? So it is supposed to be two separate pages. I'm taking this as a painting guide. Yeah, that's English and Russian. That's nice. You can see the English colors there. A decal guide. What's on the back side? The last of the steps. So let's see if we can find the beginning of the steps, because this is unique to me. Two different sets of directions. Step number one, you work on the tracks. I don't think any tank person would be surprised by that. Every time I watch a build of a tank model, they start with the tracks. And this one's got lots of little fiddly bits on these tracks. You can see it. Far more detailed than the Hunter Killer tank is. Okay? The tank treads are not piece by piece, I don't think, by looking at it. Maybe they are. If they are, that is going to be a fun thing to build, let me tell you. Because that's like a million little pieces. Okay? It doesn't look that way. It looks like the rubber tracks are put together by heating them. If they are rubber, I don't know. We'll look in a second and see what we got in here. I don't know if we have both. It doesn't come with an interior, it looks like. It looks like you do bolt some parts to the interior, though. The hatch looks like it's pretty detailed on the inside. When we flip it, we have a machine gun. The machine gun has lots of detail on the inside of the tank. I don't think you'll ever see it. You have some headlight assemblies, some outer assemblies on the outside body, some ribs, bracing of ribs. Again, more machine guns on the machine gun goes on the inside. It's gluing it on the inside. Here's the top lid. I'm going out of order on the steps, I think. No, these are sub-assemblies for these steps. It's like a Bandai direction set where you do this, then this. Okay, now then we're doing the main gun here. It looks like the main gun's fairly detailed on the inside. Again, you're not going to see this stuff because it's going to seal up. I don't think there's any way to see it on the inside, except for through the hatches, and the hatches look like they can open. Again, those tank treads, they look like they are going to be fun. And we come over here, and we have the final assembly of the upper body. Okay? There you go. This looks like it might be an interesting model to build. Let's take a look on the inside. We have this, which is in like 8 different languages. And we start looking at the pieces. Here we have some of those interior pieces, little details. Now they do have some small, fine little details on here, which does not surprise me in some ways. This is not a small little critter either. It's going to be fairly good size. Nice rivet detail on this hole. Really nice details on this hole. I just hope these mold lines don't show through the paint, because again, it has some nice detail on it. Okay, the tracks aren't all put it together part by part. Just some of it's part by part. They were nice, and they gave you some long strips of track and then a whole bunch of single links. Nice details on this. You have 2 sprues of this. You have 2 sprues of this too, which are detail parts for the tracks. Okay, we get in here. I haven't found the main gun yet. Well, that's probably part of the main gun. Or I've seen it and just didn't know I saw it. That's probably more along the lines of it. It's probably in multi-pieces. Here's part of the body of the main gun. Oh yeah, we're seeing pieces of the main gun right here. There's 3 pieces of that thing. I don't like that at all. Here's another set of this. That's why I keep seeing the tank people using aftermarket guns. And it does come with these rubber tracks, and it comes with some rubber chain, it looks like. And it looks like poly caps. And these tracks, again, you'd put together with a hot iron. These look better than the plastic links, actually, to me. Especially if I think you're removing these. No, you wouldn't be removing those. And it comes with some pretty simplistic decals, and the clear plastic headlights are in here. Okay? Very simplistic decals. I'm going to go back and look at and see how these tracks go together. I mean, the barrel goes together. And let's compare this with this real quick. And they look pretty much the same. This rubber is pretty thin, so I don't think it would look bad if it's done right. It's just, will this take paint? Because sometimes that stuff doesn't take paint. Like I said, this one's a little out of character. Let's find that gun barrel. Yep, it's a 3-part gun barrel, like I was afraid of. Those 3 pieces in there were the gun barrel. Well, aftermarket probably is doable on this. You can probably find better gun barrels, better tank treads. That's what I keep seeing the tank guys doing. And they use real cable on this, like picture frame cable. Would probably work if you could get this attachment part done correctly there, so it looks right. Anyhow, that was a quicker review than the Hunter Killer tank because the parts are smaller and I don't have to open boxes. They're already open. I bought it because I like the look of the tank. When I will build it, who knows? You know, I've got like 150 model kits in here, and this whole fall I've had like 3 hours to spend in this room. The spring I hope to change that and get building some of this stuff because I look around here and I see things I really want to do. Okay? So I will be on some of this stuff hopefully soon. Hope you enjoyed this review. I will be back in a little while.